held this workshop as we shape our alternative budget priorities as the opposition. It's a bit of a different modus operandi this time around. We've made it consultative. We're consulting different opposition political parties, civil society organizations, and other stakeholders so that they get to have their input. That way, the ordinary Ugandan people will get to see themselves through our alternative budget, which we shall present in not too long from today. Our theme is combating corruption, the sure way to effective service delivery. We are saying when you fight corruption, once we are able to deal with that monster called corruption, we shall have available funds to deal with healthcare, education, infrastructure, and all these other service delivery issues. It is actually very possible because as it is becoming obtrusively clear, donor funds are lessening. USAID is becoming history. Now, government, are you going to tell the people of Uganda that this money we've been getting from USAID for healthcare, education, and so on, all those programs are going to close, people suffering with HIV and AIDS, you're going to die, and so on? No, you've got to find that money within our economy, and that money is available if we're able to deal with the monster called corruption. So we should not always look to relying on foreign donor aid because it comes with strings attached. It is problematic many times. We just saw Trump and his administration, they're actually saying part of the money that was being given to Uganda was to promote LGBT activities. We are demanding for accountability from government. We need to know what exactly was that money doing. The people of Uganda are asking these questions, and they have a right to know, to get answers. Yeah? But by and large, we are saying it is very possible for us to take care of our issues using the resources available here. I did see government saying that they want to use 200 billion shillings to fight corruption. It's laughable. In fact, I worry that even that 200 billion shillings itself will be stolen. I saw there is a group of government officials from Zimbabwe that came to Uganda to learn how to fight corruption. I wondered if they take themselves seriously. Because Uganda has mastered the art of corruption. Why? Because we have not made corruption risky. In other countries where corruption is negligible, it's because they have made it risky to steal taxpayers' money. You steal taxpayers' money, you'll be locked up, you'll be hanged, your property will be sold, and so on. And that's why there is limited stealing there. In Uganda, corruption continues to thrive. Why? It's not risky to steal. You steal, you get promoted. You steal, you'll be defended. They'll go after some of these small junior fellows, but the real big thieves will not be touched. That's why it continues to thrive. That's what we need to deal with as a country. We, number one, were able to expose corruption. That's for those who keep saying, including the general public, you know that we have got limited tools to use to fight corruption. That's the most powerful tool, by the way, that we get to expose it, that we find information about this corruption, we put it out there to the public. It works magically. And I'm glad that the public came on board. You did see the protests. Yes, police and the military kept foiling them and so on. But the public now rose up to realize, wait a minute, this is where our tax money is being stolen from. This is where it is going, and so on and so forth. That's very important for us to do. Yes, our alternatives might not be adopted. We wish they would be adopted. But these fellows know that as soon as they adopt them, that means they're going to become the first victims. But it's important that they are on record, that people get to see there is an alternative that is in place. But number two, that we continuously expose this graft. That's why even new journalists nowadays are being beaten. When you are exposing certain things, whether it be brutality and so on, they know that that's a powerful thing. So we'll keep exposing all the ills there are. Yeah, sadly again, even with the reports that we table, even with the proposals, many times they are disregarded. But like we are saying, even if it were a few of these were to be acted upon, that if somebody steals taxpayers' money, it's not enough to lock them up. We normally see people being jailed, like the most recent time, these NRM MPs who were stealing money. They were arrested, locked up for about 2 weeks, and then freed. And that's where the matters do end. How do you then deter others from stealing? So we are saying, let's go all the way. Lock these people up. There should never be a loss of taxpayers' money. Those people should pay back that money. Let's sell their property. Yes, so that others will realize it is risky to steal. You won't steal and get away with it. So some of the others, they say, let me steal. If I'm to be arrested, I'll be in for just about 2 weeks and I'll come out and enjoy my money. No, we can recover this money from these thieves. We can do lots of things to make sure that it is risky to steal taxpayers' money. The aid it was sending to Uganda, actually, instead of government crying and begging, you know, US, please reinstate this money and so on, let's cut down on the wastages, on the corruption there is. That money can be available. Because now, in 2023, 2024, US aid gave Uganda about 520 million US dollars. That's nearly 2 trillion shillings. We lose over 10 trillion shillings. So don't cry over the 2 trillion shillings, yet you have 10 trillion that you lose to stealing. Deal with that theft, so that money will be available. So we are saying let's deal with those accountability issues. But also, the people of Uganda are asking for accountability from government. Trump's administration is saying part of the money that was coming through US aid was to promote LGBT activities. And Ugandans are alarmed. They're saying, government, wait a minute. You're telling us you're fighting LGBT issues as parliament will pass a law, but behind the backs of Ugandans, government is doing something else.